Then out it comes for Mellanby, given a good stiff hit that time by Millette. Across now to Cartner. He's run into by Nyland. And Nyland and Cartner, 14 seconds in.
Wow. Chris Nyland tried to get in tight. Terry Cartner was trying to take him apart with a short jab. And then Nyland came back, pushed away, threw one that looked like it caught Cartner. But Chris Nyland has been fighting an uphill battle since these two guys dropped their gloves. Cartner just won't let him up. See Terry Cartner's elbow pad? That held him back the last 30 seconds of that fight. He was trying to throw punches, and the elbow pad was stuck in the wrist part of his jersey over his hand. He was just trying to shake it off. So it wasn't Berube and Nyland after all. It was Terry Cartner and Chris Nyland that started it right away.
Boy, that was a tough, hard kind of fight, too. They were going up against the boards and glass.
That shows you how strong Chris Nyland is, Mike. Well, look at Cartner's jersey. It's ripped in the back. It's torn off of his shoulder pads. But here's where they started. And one thing that Terry Cartner does really well, throws with both hands. It doesn't really matter which one you tie up. You're going to get it with the other one. But Chris Nyland, I think, did a great job of trying to stay in tight until he could figure out what he wanted to do. And you know what he did? He ended up maneuvering the whole fight over to the boards to try and get Cartner up against the boards, and that's exactly what he did. Nyland has been around. Cartner's been around. This is a big battle.
14 seconds into the first period. Wells run into by Lindy Ruff. Thomas Sandstrom, Millette to the corner and taken into the boards and glass. And Lindy Ruff worked over by Jay Wells. He goes down. Puck squirts along to Bernie Nichols. Nichols pestered from behind by Mellanby, and it's trickled around where Wells is hit. Not only from behind, but more solidly from the front by Lindy Ruff. Mark Hardy, there'll be a penalty coming up. It'll be against the Flyers, and now Tocchet shoving across the way with Mark Jansen. Tocchet apparently will go to the box alone.
Hornacek has just been pulled off the back of Chris King, number 12 of the Rangers.
Chychrun shoving with Wilson.
I wondered who that was that had Jeff Chychrun's collar.
Stick. Moeller goes in, and Acton rides him right into the boards and glass. Puck turned back down the ice, and way out of his net to get it is Richter. So the Rangers set up for this faceoff after Peters had made the save on Nichols, who had been sent in by Broughton, and we have Millette and Cartner spinning around.
Well, they didn't get to this point the last time they got near one another. Remember, they ended up with unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Not now. There'll be more. This kid, Millette, yeah, maybe he wants a piece of Jeff Chychrun. Won't have to ask twice there. This is a 19-year-old kid, Troy Millette, that has not shied away from the heavy going. He only has 3 tallies on the season, but he has been a physical force for the Rangers.
Flyers penalty number 29, Terry Cartner, 5 minutes for fighting.
32nd at 17:45. And Greg Berube goes after Randy Moeller. They exchange swats as Waddle plays over for Berube. They go to the corner again. And some roughhousing along the corner boards. An extra shot by Berube, and there'll be a penalty coming up. Craig Berube's the guy who will get it. There'll be some extras here as Berube and Moeller go at it.
There's no question Craig Berube was going to get the original. Be interesting to see if Bill McCreary evens this up, because it looked like Moeller lunged at Berube once he got up. Boy, if Moeller uses his head there, he ends up getting his team another power play. Have to see.
Up the wing, it was headed for Ogrodnik. Tocchet checks off Kissio, swings around and connects with the stick, and that'll be a penalty. Chance for Nichols to bring it back up as the horn sounds to end this first period of play. Shots turned out to be 15-8 for the Rangers. There were only a couple of goals. And Tony Horacek tossed out of the game. Boy, barreling in that time was Keith Acton. 44 to go in the second period. Nicholson Ogrodnik had scored for the Rangers and Rick Tocchet for the Flyers.
You know, we've talked about the Rangers having trouble scoring goals. They are 19th overall in goal scoring. In the last 7 games, excluding 2 empty net goals, as you see Keith Acton ram into the boards, he missed Mark Hardy.
Smith with a pass across to Ron Sutter. Booming hit on him by Rochefort.
Watch this freight train attempt by Norman Rochefort on Ron Sutter. He came across and just got a piece of him, flipped him up in the air, landed on Chris King's back.
And Patrick. And up front it is Kissio, freeing from Mullen, moves in and shoots, and Peters with a save. He covers up, it came loose. Bill McCreary had blown the whistle, and now Murphy has wrestled Kissio down at the goal crease. Brian Propp trying to get to Mullen, and Peters out to have words with him.
Brian Propp lost it at the blue line. That's what caused the rush, the 2-on-1. And then the Rangers tried to dig it out from under Pete Peters' glove when he had it smothered. That's what started what you're watching right now, the lockup between Kelly Kissio and Gord Murphy.
Dumps one off for Sinatalo, rammed by Ruff. Along the pocket, fires one. This Walters loses the crease, and able to hang on to it is Richter. Well, the Flyers get the face-off and a chance to set up, and there could be a timeout coming from this, and maybe some penalty time.
That is Tim Kerr for the Flyers. It is Troy Millette for the Rangers. And Tim Kerr is a guy that you'd have to figure the Flyers would need out there. It looked as if he just started throwing punches at Troy Millette, number 26 of the Rangers. So you can say goodbye to Tim Kerr. You can also say goodbye to Troy Millette. But if I'm Paul Holmgren, I need Tim Kerr in the final 52 seconds of a 1-goal hockey game. You won't have him now. Well, Millette sure has had a busy night.
Yeah, he had an unsportsmanlike with Starkner. He had an instigation in a fight with Starkner. And now he gets involved with Kerr.
Take a look at it. Right in front of the net, Brian Leach is pushing Tim Kerr. And as Richter smothers the puck, there's Tim Kerr, top right of your screen. What happens here? Does Millette come in to take him? Yeah. Everything looks like it's okay. Still okay? Not anymore, Monty. Boy, I'll tell you what, Tim Kerr threw about 4 straight lefts that looked like they landed before Millette could even get going.
And the Rangers are going to win the game by a final score of 4-3. And Mike Richter, 23 years of age.